tightly, hold them just right, and maybe they might teach you a thing or two about Aphrodite. That's what I say as I slip away. I guess it's my own private door. The siren is bright, there with the wave she's gone, vanished like a puff of smoke. You're just a man, you can't understand. What you can never do is to find me. As soon as you try, I'll run off and hide to some secret place where you will never find me. Funny, but when I come back again, I won't be the girl that you know. You will look in my eyes only to find her gone, vanished like a puff of smoke. And I can guarantee you this: the only thing you know for sure is what you miss. CJ. Life is a dream, gently downstream, while rocking the boat. Do it, you'll just wake yourself up better. Vanish like a puff of skidding ba ba ba, do shot and boo, boom, ziggity, yeah. Vanish like a puff of.
Asteria Lux. My name is Ronnie Dean. This is Nashville Side Streets. Introduce yourself from the far end over there, this way.
Oh, who am I? I am CJ Watson.
Hello, I am Genesis Green.
And I am Courtney Jovich.
Nice to see you. You guys got a real nice sound.
Thank you.
I thought so before you ever got here. I've listened to a bunch of stuff on the internet and your YouTube stuff. You find that YouTube's a pretty good way of getting heard?
Definitely.
Get good comments?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people sharing, a lot of people watching. It's a cool way to.
It's such a cool sound. It's just, as he was saying earlier, just different. What is it you called yourself as far as the jazz?
On our business card, we had no idea what to put for the genre, so we actually decided to kind of create our own, and it says Asteria Lux Jazzadelic Pop.
I think that's a great name. I really do.
Thank you.
I think people sometimes, we were talking about this earlier, they put you in a box. You guys aren't in a box at all. You get your own sound and your own style. Just kind of neat. Tell me what you do.
Well, I like to cook. I enjoy sunsets, walks on the beach.
Besides that, I mean, you're a writer.
I am, yeah, by trade. I had really thought I had done everything I wanted to do touring and playing live, and decided to just retire from that and be a writer. But I was working with these two separately, and when we had the idea they should be in a band together, they kind of said, you should come do it with us, and I really couldn't pass it up. This is the most fun I have ever had in a band in my whole life.
That's pretty neat. What about you? You came from,
I'm born and raised here in Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville native,
and I just graduated from high school in May, and so I was up until then a high school student as well as working part-time as a writer and frozen yogurt, whatever I could do.
Did you write? You wrote as a writer. Did you work as a staff writer?
No. Just like my own personal, letting out feelings and
when
stuff
you were
like
in
that.
school, like high school, did it present itself a lot to write? I mean, do you have other people that you wrote with?
I went to, kind of how I met CJ. I went to this amazing school called Nashville Big Picture High School. And we had this program called Learning Through Internships, where Tuesdays and Thursdays, instead of going to school, we would go to a place of our career interest. So I interned with CJ, met him through a family friend who's also a writer named Jamie Street. People would go to cupcake places and stuff like that, whatever. So I met him and started writing with him, and yeah.
And that's the end. That's pretty cool.
That's it.
And you are from Montana.
I am Bozeman, Montana. Raised there and moved here last year, but I've been commuting back and forth for the past 5 years or so to
You
work
like
here.
Nashville?
Yeah.
You like
Yeah.
living here?
I do. It's quite a change from
It is.
the tiny town of Bozeman, but it's been a lot of fun.
There's a when I first got here 25 years ago, the first thing I noticed is people wave as they're going by.
Absolutely.
Even if they don't know you and they talk to you in grocery stores, they'll just strike up a conversation.
Yeah,
I found
when-
that interesting because where I'm from in Seattle, it's kind of like L.A.
Yeah.
Everybody walks with their head to the ground and
Yep.
is looking at their watch all the time. But here it isn't like that. I hope it stays that way for a few more years because it's still kind of like that.
Yeah.
You got another tune for us?
Yeah, we do. We're going to switch around our instruments real quick. This is a tune called Slow Down Fast. It's kind of about appreciating your youth while you still have it. The coffee barely hits the cup before I got to hurry up and drink it down. Tell me, when did summer turn to fall? I don't remember. When did all the leaves turn brown? And I've been running after something, but exactly what it is, I'm wondering. Been wasting so much time, worrying about wasting so much time. I just got here to find that the moment has passed. I need to slow down fast. Been searching for the perfect man, the one who loves and understands me perfectly. But will I ever find the one if I don't take time to become the perfect me? If I spend all my time to find him, when I do, I'll be too far behind him. Been wasting so much time, worrying about wasting so much time. I just got here to find that the moment has passed. I need to slow down fast. Some people say the truth cannot be told. Will I appreciate my youth before I get too old? Been wasting so much time, worrying about wasting so much time. I just got here to find that the moment has passed. Wasting so much time, worrying about wasting so much time. I just got here to find that the moment has passed. I need to slow down.
That's righteous. You know, you were talking earlier about a record deal. Somebody is going to listen to that sound and is going to like it.
We certainly hope so.
I'm positive they will. I've heard a lot of music since I've been here, in the 25 years I've been here, a lot of great writers and stuff here. You have the best here, as you do in New York or LA or whatever. We just had a guy, Nancy and I were just talking, we had a guy in here from New York. What was his name, Nancy?
David Wellington.
David Wellington. By the way, that's Nancy, my wife, who is running this show, and behind the curtain. David Wellington writes on the same order as that tune. He writes a lot of kind of obscure stuff, but it's great. And he's from New York. He came down here just to kind of check out the scene. Everybody treated him really well, and he went out to Debbie Champion's Writers Night out there. Got to know everybody. Tell everybody where they can find your music. Did you have stuff for sale on the internet?
We do. We have our EP for sale on iTunes, and if you're into having a physical copy, you can also order one from our website. But yeah, we have our website, asterialux.com. You can find us on Facebook, on YouTube, Twitter, Reverb Nation, all the social media sites.
We should spell it quickly just because it's not a name you hear every day.
Go for it.
Well, spelling's not my forte.
It is ASTERIALUX.com. Asteria Lux.
So you have your own website too?
Yes.
You do, yes. And you can find all of the links to all of our other social media on our website.
So they all told me before we started this show that they write, and they all write, actually some of the tunes that they do are written by you?
All of us.
You
Yeah.
all get together.
Some are written by all three of us, and some have been just double co-writes, me and CJ and Courtney.
But you're all co-writing, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a very neat thing. This is a kind of a co-writing town.
Yeah,
if you sit down to
definitely.
write a song, you have 16 other writers next to you doing the same thing. Well, that's really neat. Why don't you do us another tune?
I used to dream I'd do to you exactly what you did to me. I planned it out quite matter-of-factly, but I've begun to see the only thing I have to do is let you keep on being you. You can sabotage yourself while I live well. That's always been the best revenge. I used to dream of pentacles and poisons, making you my slave. As time went on, I failed to see the joys in making you behave. You got the master you deserve, the giant ego that you serve. It'll do far worse to you than I could do. So in the end, the best revenge is served as cold as ice cream, but twice as sweet. You're just dessert, and a nice thing is I don't need to even lift a finger to see you taken down. Payback's a bitch, I know, because I've seen her following you around. And one day when you least expect, you feel her breath upon your neck. Oh, and I'll be happy when you're gone, and I'll go on, and that, my friend, will be the best revenge.
We can't afford our own trumpet players yet.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, well, I think that's really good, though. You know, if you listen to it from another point where you're not watching him do it, it does sound like a horn.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
you got what gigs coming up?
Let's see. We don't have too much in town for the month of September besides. Yep, that's what I was about to say, CJ. At the Vanderbilt Walkathon on September 13th.
I think we play at 11 o'clock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, you've got gigs coming up out of town, though, different places.
We are headed to the Pensacola Beach Songwriters Festival in October.
Very cool.
And then the Frank Brown Songwriters Festival in Alabama in November. Yeah.
Very cool. So we talked a little bit before we got the show going tonight. You've played with other people.
I have.
Tell everybody who you played with.
Oh, gosh.
Just a few.
Yeah, I'll try not to bore everybody to death. I got to play in the first rock and roll band to tour China back in 1991.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
That was a lot of fun. I've gotten to write for and with people like James Otto and Lisa Schaefer and Gretchen Wilson.
Tell them about some of your cuts.
The one I'm excited about right now, and I've never done a ton of bluegrass, but I've always loved bluegrass music, and did a lot of writing with Lisa Schaefer. We got a cut by a band I had not heard of called the Bankisters last year, and it became title cut on their record, which they didn't call and tell us. So if you're out there, shame on you, because the singer got the IBMA Momentum Award. And the album took Best Bluegrass Album at the Independent Music Awards, so I'm very proud of that one.
Wow. When that took place recently? Over the last
yeah, that
year?
was over the last year. Also, early last year, I got my first long list Oscar nomination for a song I had in a movie.
Really? See, that's what I was talking about as far as earlier in regards to your music. I thought it would go. Hallmark has a whole bunch of films that they put out each year, brand new films, and a lot of the music behind there is independents you've never even heard of.
Right.
So if you could get your stuff heard by some film companies,
Yeah.
have you ever tried to do that?
We have just started pursuing that really, and just hooked up through Reverb Nation with a nice publisher in Hollywood that does film and TV music, and he's very excited. So
Yeah, he's awesome.
Mike at Noma, I hope
Hello.
you're watching out there tonight.
Hey, Nancy, what is the name of that company that we use for that? It was a website.
Used for what?
The Hollywood music. We put it up. We put some of our stuff up there. Do you remember?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. You mean ulicense.com?
Yeah, ulicense.com. Have you ever heard of that?
No,
Have not.
Punch it up and take a look at it. You can license your own stuff in there, and then you can put it up for producers or whatever from Hollywood or even here. I mean, a lot of they do Nashville live shoots here, basically, as far as video. So it would be kind of neat.
Very cool.
I think you'd go over really well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll check it out.
Yeah, thanks.
Go ahead. Just do another tune.
This is called You Love the Rain, and going back and touching on how we write with two of us, three of us, one of us. CJ and Courtney wrote this song a day when I was unable to make it to the writing session, and I'm so honored to be able to play on it, but every time we play it, there's a little bit in me that's like, oh, why wasn't I there to write this with them?
This is a song that we actually adapted from a poem, and I'm really, really excited about it, so I hope you enjoy it. Why don't you explain to me? Tell me why I should believe. Echoes of the words you said bounce around inside my head. None of it makes sense because the words you used might possibly not mean the same to you as me. I guess we'll have to see, because you say you love the rain, but you open your umbrella. You love the sun, but you move into the shade. You love the wind,
close your windows anytime the wind blows. That's why I'm afraid, baby, when you say you love me, 'cause you say you love the rain. Try to shut you out. I know that's not what love's about. Still I have my doubts. I wonder if you've thought about it much. Exactly what you mean by love. It worries me, 'cause it's not enough to say you love the rain, but you open your umbrella. But you move into the shade. You love the wind, but you close your windows anytime the wind blows. That's why I'm afraid, baby, when you say you love me, 'cause you say you love the rain. Close your windows anytime the wind blows. That's why I'm afraid, baby, when you say you love me, 'cause you say you love the rain, but you open your umbrella. You say you love the rain, but you open your umbrella. Say you love the but you open your umbrella. You love the rain.
Very different. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, the sound, your harmony is great. All of you singing together. I mean, it's really, really, really good. You got a magical thing going. I see down here at the bottom of this list it says C.J. Watson book. Include Essential Songwriting and the best-selling Everything Songwriting book. Adams Media. He won the Caryville, New York Award for Songwriting, played in the first rock band to tour China, you already said that, and lectured around the world at universities and songwriting workshops. So you get paid for all these gigs.
Yeah, mostly, yeah. And actually now it's Courtney and Genesis help me out when I do lectures and workshops now, because they may be young, but they've both got so much real-world experience in writing and pitching stuff to publishers and meeting with record labels that they really have a lot to say that people want to hear too. And
that's a compliment, ladies.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, CJ.
That's really nice. That's a nice thing, man. So these books that you wrote, did you publish them yourself?
No. The Everything Songwriting book was out. Adams Media has an Everything series. It's kind of like the For Dummies series, only it's not for dummies. So I was fortunate enough. That book led to my first full-time staff deal, because half of the money paid all my bills while I was writing the book, and then the other half allowed me to take a year off from touring and teaching and just focus on writing full-time, 50, 60 hours a week. and that got me my first staff deal as a songwriter.
So this gentleman, and correct me if I'm wrong, is making a living playing music.
Yep, since 1985.
That's something. I mean, that's really something in this town. There's so many that would love to be able to do that. In fact, guys that have had a lot of cuts, and ladies, but they still aren't making a living at it.
I have a lot of friends who've written legendary songs who can barely pay the rent.
You know who Richard Fagan is?
Rich is one of our
Yes, we
favorite
love Rich.
people.
Yeah. He was on here. He was on this show just a few
wow,
weeks
cool.
ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he came in. He's got such, man, you talk about a bunch of guys got a bunch of interesting stories about his life and things that have happened to him. Jeepers creepers. He started talking. I was going, holy cow. You know, I mean, most guys, musicians, they have hard lives anyway, but man, he's been around the corner.
What
yeah.
amazes me is how much he's been through, and he's still one of the most positive,
Yeah.
giving, loving
He is.
people.
Absolutely.
He talked about that on the show. He also talked about curing himself of cancer through herbal means and also juicing and getting into that, which is something I've been into for about 37, 38 years. Health is an interesting thing. Without it, you don't function.
Yeah.
You guys are very young. By the way, tell everybody how old you guys are.
Courtney?
I'm 17.
And I just turned 18 in June.
All that talent
14
for a
and a
17.
CJ's the youngest of the band.
Yeah.
I know, well, all that talent for that young. I mean, when I was that young, I wasn't even thinking about singing. I shouldn't say that. I was singing and playing, but I wasn't doing anything like this at all.
Well, thank you.
How about doing another tune for us?
Yeah, definitely.
This is a newer one of our favorites, because the new baby's always the cutest.
I fell into the water and I fell farther and farther. Should I be scared to try breathing? Oh, I didn't want to be in love. Now I'm sinking down in love, swimming in a sea of love. I think I want to drown in love. You send waves of emotion, and you said, come to the ocean and jump in, knowing I can't swim. Oh, I didn't want to be in love. Now I'm sinking down in love, swimming in a sea of love. I think I want to drown in love. It's getting hard to hold my breath, maybe only seconds left. Oh, but I'm not nervous. Might as well go deeper now. Even if I turn around, I never reach the surface. I didn't want to be in love. Now I'm sinking down in love, swimming in a sea of love. I think I want to drown in love. Didn't want to be in love. Now I'm sinking down in love, swimming in a sea of love. I think I want to drown in love. I think I want to drown in love. I think I want to drown in love. Love.
You're going to enjoy listening to this when you get through. we'll play it back. You guys can watch yourself and listen.
Awesome.
It's real good. You guys are playing the room really well. You know, I've had a couple of groups in here that overplayed this room, and you can't do that because if basically it won't feed back, but you don't get the kind of sound that you actually listen when you're playing to each other, and that's a neat thing. doesn't come along very often. He'll tell you.
Well, and that's one of the reasons I was so attracted to working with this band, and they're worth listening to. I like to listen to them sing and play.
Positively.
You've been in the band where, they're good players, but everybody's just there to get a paycheck, and they're not listening to each other, and they're just doing their own thing, and that's no fun.
No, and it's hard to find a group of people, especially these days, that actually listen to each other and want to play together and don't have egos the size of Nashville.
That was something that was weighing heavily on my mind when we first started this thing. It was kind of it was just me at first, trying to get into this booking agency, and then we came up with the idea to add Courtney, and I was like, oh man, hold on. 2 girls in one band, how is that going to work? What if she's egotistical? We're going to fight over parts, and it's just going to be one huge cat fight. And then we started working together, and I was like, thank God, neither of us have like huge egos, and we just work really well together. We all 3 do.
I gotta say though, you pranked her so well on the first day.
My goodness. Oh my goodness.
And I can't repeat the actual phrase because there's a lot of swear words in it, but we were our first rehearsal ever was in Montana, and I knew that we were going to be cool and we were going to be fine, everything was good, but I wanted to scare her really badly. So CJ left for a smoke break, and we're trying to get him to quit smoking.
Oh, that's why you went outside.
Oh yeah, of course.
What's wrong with you? I'm going to have to talk to you about that.
So CJ goes outside for a smoke break, and I look at her and I go, now listen here. This is how it's going to be, except with a few bleep, bleep,
A
bleep,
couple
bleep in there.
expletives in there.
That made it way more intense.
It was terrifying. I'm having war flashbacks right now.
all of
like,
the
thinking about
blood,
it.
all of the blood drained from her face, and it was just like sheer horror. And then I was planning on keeping it going for a little bit, like maybe wait until we come back inside and like throwing her a wink, showing her a place, and like literally as soon as I said it and her face changed, I was like, no, I'm just kidding.
You started laughing.
I'm so sorry.
She started cracking up, and oh my God, I think my heart stopped beating. I was like, what have I gotten myself
what did I
into?
do?
I had forgotten that, but I was reminded that Kristen, my fiance, was watching My Big Fat Greek Wedding. And you know the
Love that
scene where the
movie.
brother is like,
Yes.
"Oh, we love you. We're going to kill you."
Yeah.
No, really, I'm just kidding. I got you there, didn't I? No, I mean it. I have a gun. It was so like that.
It was so scary.
If you look back into history, and he'll tell you this too, he's a little bit older, the aspect of all the groups getting together, and like, for instance, the Eagles, wonderful sound.
Yeah.
I mean, all great musicians who played together at one time. Then all of a sudden, they all started not getting along. Well, now they still do concerts, but it's like we hate each other until certain times a year when it's time to do a concert.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they had such a God-given sound.
Absolutely, and I certainly hope we never go through any lawsuits or
Yeah, for sure.
any of
That's-
that.
We have a lot of meetings where we just go, look, if there's anything that's bugging anybody, let's get it out before it becomes a real problem. Because I think communication, once you get lawyers doing your talking for you to your friends, it's over.
That's an interesting point. That's pretty much where I'm at in regards to anything that's taken care of has to be taken care of by a lawyer on my end. I don't talk to the... If you don't do that sometimes, what happens, I think, is the actual gift that you're given ends up being corrupted because the music business will corrupt you. But a lawyer will keep you clean. You pay him big bucks.
It's their job to protect you from other members of their profession. Now, that being
Well, that's
said, I
very
will say
true now.
Courtney's lawyer is the sweetest woman
Oh
on the
my
planet.
gosh. She's amazing.
But when she's fighting for you, she's also a very attractive pit bull.
It reminds me of my bass player. His name is Ron Delavega, and Ron played with Nancy Griffith for about 10 years, and they played all over the place, including Carnegie Hall and David Letterman's show. And he was talking about Nancy, and he said, this lady is a sweet, sweet woman, and she's great to work for. But he said she goes into a business meeting, and her whole face changes. It's like she walks in because she's her own negotiator in a lot of different directions. And don't ever do that because then the whole thing is ruined again. The good sound that you've got, the sweet sound that you've got, comes from your heart inside and the fact that you're young. Don't you agree?
I think it's that, but I think it's
Talent.
They do a lot of hard work.
A lot of harmony, a lot of singing.
We
back
did
and forth.
about a year of rehearsing 5-6 times a week at 5-6 hours, 7 hours at a time. And they didn't complain nearly as much as I thought they would. They just did the hard work. And, yeah, God-given talent's definitely a part of it.
That's the first on the list.
But it's what do you do? It's the biblical story of the talents. What do you do with your talents when the master's out of town? And they have put in the work. I'm very proud of both of these young
Well,
lady.
that's the sound. It calls for it. I mean, you have to be tight to be what you're doing or to play what you're playing. Go ahead and play another tune for us.
All right.
We just jumping in?
Yeah.
All right.
You said, come on, make a little music with me. Szechuan jazz, it was hot and sweet. I thought I'd do I was what you meant. Times I to you, I'm just an instrument. A little naughty, but you were so nice. No, it's vice versa. Heavy on the vice. My heart, my mind are two dueling pianos, out of key, out of time. Because man, oh, you played me like I need rose feet. I slipped into my heart, lit a fire in the middle and played me. What I burned like chrome, then you slid right out like a slide trombone, and you played me. You played me heaven, the sun and the moon, just like an angel till you changed your tune. You played so hot I should have been warned. Only the devil's that good with horns. And it was Texas Hold'em, boy, you can bluff. You had me going all in on love. You're such a card, you're so debonair. Now I'm broke, heartbroken, playing solitaire. Cause you played me like Nero's fiddle, slipped into my heart and lit a fire in the middle, and played me while I burn like Rome. And my heart beat my ribs like a xylophone. Cause you played me. Well, I'll be laughing as karma runs over your dogma someday. When the one that you love walks away and the music fades, and it's your turn to say you played me. Oh, 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 yeah. You played me like Nero's fiddle, slipped into my heart and lit a fire in the middle, and played me while I burned like Rome, and slid right out like a slide trombone. You played me. Oh, do it, do it, do it. You played me.
Who does your arrangements? You guys arrange your own stuff?
Yes.
Yes.
All three of you as it goes along?
Yes.
Yes.
It's pretty neat. You start out from scratch
Yep.
and then just go from there. That's pretty neat, man. Where do you guys record in Nashville?
We did a lot of stuff with Mark Lonsway at Big Twin. We do a lot of our basic stuff with Danny Carroll down in Spring Hill.
Is it a fully digital studio, or is it run 2-inch as well?
Mark's got 2-inch, and we considered that because I love the warmth, especially
White noise.
But he had a way of doing the important thing to me about 2-inch is the bass, because you can get tape compression on it, bleed it over to the next channel, and it's awesome. And he goes, "Watch this! I've been messing with this in Pro Tools and got the exact sound." So
Pro Tools is pretty cool. It's come a long ways.
Yeah.
and when you have a guy who's got a lot of heart in his ears like Mark, then you don't sound sterile working in that environment.
So this is an infinite number of tracks you're using, basically. I mean, Forever and Ever Amen.
Yeah, if
Pretty-
you
yeah,
want them.
yeah.
We try and make it sound like... We did bring in some horn players. We brought in Kevin So from Kev Mo's band to do keyboards, and Matthew, our favorite drummer. But we didn't want to, quite make it a Beatles album yet. We want to wait till we can afford the whole symphony.
Yeah, but
definitely.
we tried to make it as organic as possible with it being our first record, and yeah.
How often do you use a drummer?
It really depends. We're getting ready to add one for road work because we're
Yeah.
starting to play some bigger rooms. And we've also been working with a new studio, a couple of graduate students down at MTSU. Enrique, Zach, hi guys.
Hello.
And Enrique's a drummer, so he's going to be adding drums on some of the recordings that we're doing down there.
Yeah, we actually haven't worked with the drummer much besides the album, so it's been really, really fun and awesome.
Well, you're the bassist. Do you like working with a good drummer?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
my
great.
goodness.
Putting his foot in the right spot.
Yeah, well, it adds such a nice energy to everything. I mean, we have a nice balance, just the three of us, but it ramps it up another level definitely when
It's
you've
nice
got a
to
good
have-
drummer.
It's nice to have the rest of the rhythm section there. It's really
Yeah,
fun.
you can kind of let go of things with a good drummer, and you can let go and even play easier than you play.
Absolutely.
And I like that a lot. Go ahead, do us another song.
This was the title track to our EP, and on the day of its debut on iTunes, it made it to number 7 on the iTunes Jazz charts. So that's a little fun fact. It's called Love Drunk.
Maybe it's the way the moonshine shines. Maybe it's your kiss as sweet as grapes upon a vine. Not a drop of alcohol, but I feel like I'm about to fall. You know I'd like to drive you crazy, but I don't think I should be driving, baby. Love drunk. Love drunk. across my lips. I felt my prohibition start to slip. Baby, one more sip and I love dansant dans la campagne, Guillaume pour vendre le champagne. Je danse, para, I love champagne. I love drunk, I'm love drunk, I'm a love drunk pour vendre le champagne. Love drunk, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da.
Very cool. I hear your phaser.
There it is.
It's set on stun.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, I used to, like I say, I used to use one, so I know the sound basically. So, what are you guys going to do next? As far as I mean, you're going to cut another album. You already cut one. It's going to be released.
We're just getting ready to start working in the studio with Enrique and Zach. Probably going to do 3 or 4 songs in there with them. Doing a little work on an unplugged project with Danny Carroll and
little
cool.
acoustic stuff.
yeah, I think the next thing is to get out and do some bigger rooms and raise a little capital for the next record.
Yeah.
We're trying to hook up and go to Europe to do some writing and playing
That would
within
be
the
fun.
next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been
super.
there.
Genesis
Really? Yeah.
just got her passport.
I got it today in the mail.
Today in the mail?
I'm so excited.
So you're getting ready to go.
Well, whenever we can, you know, it's been in talking in the
We've
works
been
for a while.
Very fortunate. Charisse Poltori at Global Songwriters Connection and Luz Poltori at Live on Stage Agency have been helping hook us up with some people.
They're amazing.
So that's why I made sure that we got the passports. They're here, so
Yeah.
send us.
Yeah, send us to Europe.
You know what part of Europe you're going to go into? Germany? Switzerland?
Germany, probably England, and possibly even Australia. I know that's not in Europe, but
I bet you guys will do real well there. You know, an interesting thing about that, a lot of people become famous over there and come back here and nobody even knows who they are.
Right, yeah.
Which is kind of we
happened
have
to Jimi Hendrix. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, isn't it? And then he became famous all over the world,
Yeah.
and then he died. I'm from that town. I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
I was there when they stole his guitar off of his
Oh, wow.
gravestone.
There's a lot of great music. Even before the whole Seattle grunge movement, Heart was from there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. Well, no, a little south of there was Jefferson Airplane and those guys, but they played Seattle a lot.
Steve Miller.
Yeah.
Steve Miller used to record in a studio up there. They used to record in called Triad Recording, owned by Weyerhaeuser Company.
He is still
That's so
touring.
cool.
I just saw him on the Today Show like a month ago, and he's
actually,
great.
I think
Yeah.
he's still really good. Some of the older guys are really still good. I saw Eric Clapton the other night.
That's awesome.
He's
great.
really, really good. Yes, he still sings just like he did when he was younger, except actually better. I think. I think he's
more
singing
character
with
in
more
his
feeling.
voice now. Yeah.
I think so. So you got one more tune for us?
We can if you want. That was all we had on our set, but we can definitely play one more.
All right. By the way, this is Nashville Side Streets. My name is Ronnie Dean, and this is Asteria Lux.
Okay.
This is very new tune. It's called Bittersweet. My battery's running out on my face. Yeah. It's all right. It's okay. It doesn't sound too bad. Thank you, though.
Kind of sounds like the Rolling Stones' Satisfaction.
What is that?
Ooh. said kiss, melting like dark chocolate on my lips. Our day is done. For a little while I thought you were the one, but after today I think we should let love be on its way. There's nothing left but memories for us, you and me. Bittersweet. No one's to blame. No need to do your little walk of shame. It's who we are. The end has always been written in our falling stars, but now that it's here, it's time to go. Love seems to be hard to let go of. Wasn't that enough? You and me, bittersweet. You and me, bittersweet. I don't know why my heart won't turn away. She's the one who's had the worst of it. I know exactly what my head would say. The things that I can't live with are all the ones that I'll miss. You and me, bittersweet. You and me, bittersweet. Ooh.
I can see a lot of hours of rehearsal.
Yep.
And you guys going, no, that's not quite right until it's right. Because you've got a righteous sound, you really do.
Thank you so much.
You guys are going to have you're going to have some good luck somewhere down the road. I'm sure of it positively. Again, this is Nashville Side Streets. If you want to be on this show, all you have to do is give me a cell phone video, a minute long or 30 seconds long. I don't care. Send it to Ronnie Dean, RONNIEDEAN 61 at Comcast.net. Thank you very much, and thank you, Asteria Lux, for
Thank you
being
for
here.
having us.
was
Ronnie,
a lot of
thank you
fun.
so much. Nancy,
Yes,
good to
thank
see
you, Nancy.
Nancy's back there running the whole show. That's my wife back there.
Ronnie, are you going to tell people who's on next week?
I might. That
And,
probably would be a good
A
idea.
couple weeks from now?
That's why this is a live show. Hang on 1 second. Oh yeah, the Darlings, not the Darlings that were on the Andy Griffith. See,
No,
that
but
that was your next question.
The younger, cuter darlings, actually.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
Yeah, I thought it would be interesting. She called me up. I can't remember what site. Sonic Bids. You ever heard of Sonic Bids?
Yeah, we're on there.
Yeah. Are you?
Yes.
Well, that's pretty neat. You pick up any gigs off of that out of curiosity?
We've picked up some stuff from there before. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Was it good for you? I mean, as far as the money, did you make any money with it?
Not money wise, but networking.
Yeah, networking for sure.
Networking. Yeah, that's a pretty neat thing. Thank you very much. Thanks again.
Thanks,
Thank
Ronnie.
you.